Welcome to River City Live. I'm trying to remember, we have Elizabeth and Rance and me, Eden. Mark is off for today, and I'm trying to remember who actually won in the duck race that we had here at the city. You won, I came in second, right?
Yes.
Oh, so that
means both of you and you beat Rance.
That's it, exactly.
I'm better in short races.
I was just trying to, it's a sprint, not a marathon. So you told us about that duck race for such a good cause. It went well, I heard.
Yes, it went very well. One of our photographers from the news department, Fernie, got the video, as you can see, of the thousands of ducks that were put in the St. Johns River this weekend. And she said it was really cool to see, and the benefits from this event are going to help families dealing with autism. And she said she actually met a family there who recently moved to Jacksonville to specifically be a part of what you see there, the Healthy You Now Foundation. So that shows just how great of work they are doing to help families with autism in our community. So it looked like a lot of fun, and hopefully they raised a lot of money.
That is great. Cool. I love it. Rubber ducks and food trucks.
Food trucks, yep.
Food trucks there.
Oh, see there?
I think that boat won.
Yeah, there you go. I just want to know how the ones at the tail end, you know, somebody's always got to come in from the behind. Come on. How does one really win?
Well,
oh, it wasn't about winning, right?
I know. I realize you don't know how to win in that race. We found that out. All right. On the topic of exercise, you will love this. A hot bath could be as good as rigorous exercise, and I mean a really hot bath. So here's what the studies say. Vigorous exercise gets the body hot, obviously. Well, the same thing happens when you are in a very hot bath. The findings say it's about 140 calorie burn, which is about a 30-minute brisk walk. So are you a bath taker, and will you be now?
Not really, and probably not.
No, I kind of like to feel the burn when I mean, like literally feel the muscles moving and all of that. But to sit in a hot bathtub for a long time, after a while, it's just like all scaly.
Baths kind of gross me out. I don't know. Yeah.
I love a good hot bath. It's just that I don't feel like I can ever keep it hot long enough. I don't know if we need a bigger water tank or what, but by the time I get to where it's perfect, and then it starts to cool off, I add a little more, and then there's always that one time when it starts coming out cold and you ruin your whole bath.
Yes.
And it's over. Oh well, real problems, right? So much.
But that's a good way to go. But there's talking about being burned, there's this thing called Margarita Burn. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Yes. So, you know, you might think it has something to do with tequila burning your esophagus or something, but it's actually something where the juice and oil from limes, it contains chemicals called photosensitizers, and it makes the skin extra sensitive, and you can come up with little burns on your hands, like you can see that picture right there.
Oh my gosh.
And some other fruits and plants include wild carrots and parsnip. They also contain photosensitizers, and according to the Mayo Clinic, bartenders, chefs, and other people who routinely handle citrus fruits could be subject to this.
So I actually have a story like this. Our neighbor has citrus trees, and the girl child, Chloe, had some brown on her hands, and I did the worst thing a parent can do, and I went to WebMD, and in my mind I had her internally bleeding. But we went to the pediatrician, and she asked if she had been handling limes in the sun, and that's exactly what happened. Her hands were stained brown from handling limes in the sun.
Who knew?
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, the pediatrician knew immediately. It wasn't even like she had to think about it. She just looked at her and said, oh, that's, you know, I guess, I don't know. When you're out in the sun, a good lip balm will help loads. And if you are familiar with lip smackers, I bet you're familiar with that, Elizabeth.
Oh, yes.
They were always the Bonnie Bell lip smackers. You remember those? Those are great. But now they have some really fun flavors. Look at these, okay? So we have sweet potato fry flavored. We have double cheeseburger. Watermelon, I think I used to have. Salted pretzel, root beer float, lip smackers. They were just always a lot of fun, but they were never in those flavors. Somehow I got hold of a bacon flavored lip balm once from a company. I'm not sure who sent that to me, but.
See, that could work in a couple of ways, a positive and a negative. In a positive sense, you'll have that flavor on your mouth, and then you like, maybe I won't want to eat. But then other times you'll have that flavor in your mouth, like, I really want to eat that right now.
I could really go for something.
They should do a test to see the people who have the sweet potato fry lip balm, how many out out of 100 actually go to buy sweet potato fries within that day.
I can't imagine it would be like that the gum in the Willy Wonka movie where you're just like, oh, that's good enough. I just had a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
First I'll put on the pretzel, then I'll put no.
And then what if you like different people have 2 different flavors and they kiss? They could have different meals.
Oh wow, you're really looking into
trying
this.
to
He's the marketing genius.
Yeah.
He's the marketing genius.
So I went to down to St. Augustine. We've had Sherry Stoppelbein on the show a couple of times, and she's the owner of Hotshots Bakery. She opened a new store down in St. Augustine. She's already got the one. She opened the one right on Cordova Street, and let me tell you, it's easy to find, except I couldn't find it, but once I got inside, oh, so good. If you roll down into St. Augustine's historic district, you can park and walk right by this haven for sugar decadence. Unless you're a Pokemon addict, but I digress. The second Hotshots Bakery in St. Augustine is actually front and center on Cordova Street. Side note, Siri is not always your best friend. After my sweat workout listening to Siri, I was able to make my way inside the venue and inhale glorious aromas to feed my sugar buzz. Upstairs, I met members of the St. Augustine media set. Leave it to me to be the only male at the party. While I got my shots and questions in, the ladies were forced to wait before they could try some of Hotshots' best flavors. My punishment? Take on a chocolate-flavored daddle pepper. Some punishment. Milk, please. While I recover, Sherry can pick up the rest of the conversation.
Well, this is our croquembouche that's covered in the caramelized caramel. We glaze it and get it to a certain temperature and then create the shapes and let it firm up and then put it over the top of whatever is a garnish. And they're filled with pastry cream. Then we have our salted chocolate caramel cake. It's actually vanilla cake with a salted caramel filling, and it's covered in chocolate mousse and garnished in caramel and chocolate ganache. The cup with the blackberries is our dark chocolate mousse with blackberries and white chocolate mousse. Beside it is the tiramisu with the lady fingers. Then we have a chocolate creme brulee. And then beside that shooter is the chocolate turtle creme brulee. And then the infamous chocolate dipped daddle peppers.
My palate has returned to some semblance of normal, and this cake has me feeling some kind of way. I'm Rance Adams, digging in for River City Live. Yes, I do love the sugary decadence.
Oh, that looks so good.
Once again, you've inserted yourself into a room full of women.
Women in food.
Women in food.
It's that charm. I got to say, the ladies of the St. Augustine media set were super cool. The Hotshots family were super cool. Now, that was just a small slice of what you can see at Hotshots or what they have to offer. So, to better find out what they have, you just have to go for yourself. So, if you want to go to their website, find out about their schedule, what kind of things they have going on, go to our website, rivercitylivetv.com, and click on the As Seen on RCL link.
They've got delicious food too, not just dessert.
And you saw the sign, they have Pokemon there.
Yes, and speaking of Pokemon, so anyone who plays will definitely appreciate this. There is a man from Brooklyn who apparently has caught every single Pokemon. So how many is that? It is 142. They say officially there's 151, but I think some of them aren't available yet. Is that the case?
Some of them aren't in this country.
They're not in
Some
this
of them
country.
aren't in this
So
country.
it's over.
No.
The phenomenon's over.
Nope. So the method to his madness, so one thing that he did is he got in an Uber and had the Uber driver just drive him around until he could find this specific Pokemon. And since Pokemon Go came out, he has on average walked 8 miles a day.
Well, good for
And
him.
still
Yes.
got a full-time
And
job,
he's
too.
Still has a full-time job. So yeah, props to you,
But does he have
Nick
a girlfriend?
Johnson.
Probably.
That is a good question. Good question.
Like that. Now, that
Probably
Uber
not.
thing, you also have to consider, he's from Brooklyn. He went to Jersey, and that's, I mean, you're from up
Yeah.
that way. That's a kind
Jersey
of a hike,
City.
isn't it?
He probably did put on some miles that way, I'm sure. But you know what? He's the first to do it. So if you're going to do it, be the first, I say. Good for him. Good for him. If you would like to catch some Pokemon and you're thinking, I know there are some lurking in Everbank Field, I just can't get in, there's a special event tonight. It's called Pokemon Safari from 6 to 8. The first 1,000 people that go and finish catching everything or touring win a gym bag. Now, you do need to register and get a ticket for this, even though it's free. To do that, go to news4jax.com and we will lead you all the way through the process.
Has our crew registered yet?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're going. You have your tickets? Okay, very good. Christmas in July. Now, we talked about this the other day. We were visited by Santa and Mrs. Claus, remember, for the big Christmas in July event that happened over the weekend. But it also has people talking about whether or not you've already started your shopping. So do you do this, Elizabeth? Do you start your shopping in July or even right after Christmas?
I'm a Christmas Eve shopper.
Are you? Okay. I somehow suspected that. I don't know why. Just because I know you got a lot going on, I don't see you throughout the, okay. Don't take that in a bad way, I'm the same way.
Oh, I'm a gift card shopper, so
Okay.
I've got my gift cards already stacked up.
Well, according to a survey, all year round people, that's only 11% of us. 8 months to a year in advance is only about 3%, 3 to 7 months in advance, 18%, a month or less, 36%, and then less than 1 month in advance, that's most of us, 21%. We did ask you this. We put up a poll ourselves on Facebook and we asked you this, and as you can see there, it's a little bit different. 31% say they start their shopping on Black Friday. So they're waiting, but not as far as, you know, Christmas Eve.
And that's a smart time to start, I feel like.
But a lot of them say they start after Halloween. So I guess when one holiday is cleared from the shelves, it's okay to start
shopping in the summer. Where do you store it? I mean, if you're buying for your house, because I mean, my diva, she's nosy. So if she knows there's some Christmas stuff, she's already digging around the house. So where am I going to store it?
And my mom used to tell me not to look in certain places. So, really?
No.
Do not look in the bedroom.
Whatever you do, don't go in there. Hey, we have more to come. Don't go anywhere.